Hi, I'm Carrie Blazer Buzaglo, Mary Magdalene Soul, or Sophia, Wisdom, opposite Christ, Knowledge. I live in Ventura, California. I have no security around me. Even though Jason Colvin is Divine Masculine, head of global security at GoDaddy, he has yet to reach out to me after a year. So I can't claim any security around me, and I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea. It's just me. So I keep going. I've climbed quite the ladder of self-belief this year, publishing my book, accepting all the signs and synchronicities that my soul is the same soul as Mary Magdalene. Sophia took us to the second coming, wrote my Wisdom of Peace plan, and then intuitively started making notes about if I were president, what would happen. And through all that, I had to accept the just reality that of all the major religions, and let's just point to Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, and I have a master's degree in East Asian Religious Studies from UCSB, very good religious studies program, top notch, that all of them are terrorist organizations in their own right. So singling out Islam doesn't behoove anybody. So let's get into it. Islam, let's look at the Sharia law. You kill people, you leave the religion, you get killed, you get your hands cut off, you get stoned, you get all these things. Terrorist organization. Let's look at pedophilia. Catholic Church, other pastors. Buddhism, huge into pedophilia, okay? Boys fucking boys. I studied it under Alan Gepard. Oh, who was his main driver? His main, analysis person? Foucault, who is the grandfather of queer theory and postmodernism, social constructionists, minor attracted people. Foucault talks about fucking babies, okay? And that was I wasn't into Foucault, so I didn't get into the PhD program and experience enlightenment all on my own. So I wasn't with the program to, use sex to gain enlightenment, which it fucking doesn't. That's hedonism. That gets you into your ego, gets you into a wound. It doesn't solve the fucking problem, all right? So we got, Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, covered in general. Let's talk about Judaism. How did they colonize? Okay? How do they colonize? Oh, poor little Jews. They're so getting hurt. Oh my God. They only take over media, finance, universities, and the legal institutions just to start with. How many companies do they own that are doing business in ways that are inappropriate, that are controlling, that are, money grabbing? Let's ask the ultimate question. Why were they involved in Jesus' crucifixion? Oh, Jesus was pointing out all the financial problems in the temple, and they put money before enlightenment and killed their own Messiah in front of the other half of the Messiah while I was pregnant. And they want to act like they're better, or they're the victims. Oh my God, Jews are the victims. Did you fucking know? The Holocaust. What about all the Chinese that were killed during the Second World War? What about all the Russians that were, the more millions and millions? We don't learn about the Japanese Holocaust against the Chinese because the Jews are so busy being the victims. And they got the media, and they got legal, and they got institutions. And oh yeah, have you ever heard of Dr. Kevin McDonald? He's done a whole research on the Jews, pointing out how they colonize and act like victims when really they're taken over. And they use a liberal mindset to hide amongst other minorities while they silently take over, just like they've done in America. Who started the first media companies? Look it up, okay? So, if we're going to get through this thing, religion is a problem. And I'm going to say religion just doesn't fucking exist, because science comes from God, the universe, 1 + 1 = 2, laws of physics, the table of chemicals. That comes from the universe. Why isn't that a religion? Okay? If we're not going to make knowledge, universal knowledge, a religion, the kind of toxic universal wisdom that's in these religions that they're claiming, which is femininity. You know, I mean, like Christians say that the church is the bride of Christ. How I see institutionalized religion is, you know, organized religion is institutionalized femininity. Why do you go to church? Learn how to forgive, learn how to have compassion, learn how to nurture. Those are all right-brained feminine activities. What the fuck? Going into the temple, only one person, one man can go into the cave in the temple through a small like veil, like a hymen, once a year during the most kind of holy time in Judaism, which is feminine time, self-reflection time. That's right-brained activity. So Judaism's over here, you know, valuing femininity while being patriarchal bastards. And I'm done with it. And I'm creation. So yeah, I'm creating all this shit so that we can see ourselves. And me too. I'm of it. I'm not above it. I'm of it. Okay. I was raped as a child. I had forced abortions. Yeah, I called the police on Jason Colvin. He's not talking to me because I am not talking to him. Okay. And I'll accept that. That's why I live in my fucking car. Because I'm not coming back for another lifetime where women are treated this way. And then when we treat ourselves badly, men act like this. So I'm not doing it. So if I gotta say all these men are just like Andrew Tate, and as much as you hate him and think he's a rapist and a killer, whatever, you know, other things you hate, they're all fucking like it. And they all gotta fucking burn. So if they gotta be put on a stake and get fucking burned in public, let's fucking go, because I'm fucking done. My grandchildren are getting born into this America. Religion has to go. End of story. Peace out.